You could be paying more state tax at the pump if the full legislature goes along with the Joint Revenue Committee's 3 cents gas tax hike. The committee passed the increase at its July meeting by an 8-6 vote. The state fuel tax would rise to 27 cents from the current 24 cents. Now, you'll recall the legislature passed a 10-cent increase in the gas tax in 2014. House Revenue Chairman Dan Zwonitzer.
The last actual tax that the legislature has increased, the only tax in my 15 years, has been the gas tax. And it's probably time again.
Folks around the state are still grumbling about that 10-cent increase and want to know where the hundreds of millions from that went.
That's your best question so far. I'm wondering where that money went. We heard back then we wouldn't feel it at the pumps, and gas prices don't seem to indicate that. So where did the money go, and were they telling us the truth back then, and is it the same narrative now?
WYDOT Director Luke Reiner told the committee that the 3-cent hike would raise about $20 million a year. $13.5 million would be used to build and maintain roads, and about $6.5 million would be split between city and county governments, and lowering the department's operating costs. Reiner also said his agency is looking at a $135 million deficit in operating costs.
So what is this operating cost, and are taxpayers just funding a bureaucracy, or are we just avoiding the efficiency in government conversation and coming back to the well again for more money?
The Wyoming Taxpayers Association, the Wyoming Truckers Association, and the Petroleum Marketers Association say they would support the 3-cent increase, but would not support indexing the tax to inflation. The Wyoming Farm Bureau does not support the increase because of low profit margins. And comparing the gas tax to neighboring states, Colorado is 22 cents, Idaho 33, Montana 32, South Dakota 30 cents, and Utah and Nebraska 29 cents.
So we're still sitting pretty and really at the bottom of our surrounding states on what we charge in taxes versus everyone else. But with such hundreds of millions of dollars in deferred maintenance needed, the 3 cents is really just kind of a chip in the bucket.
A couple of things to note here, folks. Because this is a tax bill, it would have to originate in the state house. And because it's a budget session, any non-budget bill like this gas tax would need a 2/3 vote for introduction, which may be likely because it's a committee bill. And then it would have to pass 3 readings in the state house before going to the state senate, which it could face some tough sledding because 3 of the 5 senators on the Joint Revenue Committee voted against this bill in July. Robert Geha, Cowboy State Daily.